We're working to connect a region of over 600 cultural bridges between our lands.
Hello and welcome to ASEAN in Focus. I'm Maricar Velasco, delivering to you the latest news in and around the ASEAN region. On today's headlines, a British woman has died in Bali from coronavirus, authorities said Wednesday, marking Indonesia's first confirmed death from the rapidly spreading illness. The number of confirmed coronavirus cases worldwide has reached more than 121,000 as a highly contagious virus infected persons in 118 countries. 2 months after the emergence of the coronavirus disease 2019 in Wuhan City, China, the ASEAN health sector continues to sustain its collective response against the spread of the disease in the ASEAN region and beyond. A British woman has died in Bali from coronavirus, authorities said Wednesday, marking Indonesia's first confirmed death from the rapidly spreading illness. The 53-year-old died early Wednesday in a hospital on the Indonesian holiday island, but it was unclear if she contracted the virus before or after arriving in Bali late last month, local officials said. Indonesian health authorities said Wednesday the woman had serious health problems, including diabetes, hypertension, hyperthyroid, and lung disease. Also, Wednesday, Indonesia said its number of confirmed virus cases had reached 34. The Department of Health on Wednesday, March 11, confirmed that a coronavirus disease case in Manila has died. In a statement, the DOH said the fatality patient, 35, was a 67-year-old female confined at the Manila Doctors Hospital. She began exhibiting COVID-19 symptoms on February 29. On Wednesday, she was confirmed positive for the disease. She is the second COVID-19 case to die in the country. The first was a 44-year-old Chinese male. The Department of Health on Wednesday confirmed 16 additional novel coronavirus cases in the country. This brings the national total to 49. Health Secretary Francisco Duque said that there is a possibility of community transmission of COVID-19.
Can you say po ba, Mr. Secretary, na meron na tayong COVID outbreak sa Pilipinas?
The definition, basta bago itong virus na ito, kahit na isa is already considered an outbreak.
And is it possible na tumaas pa po? Kasi sa ngayon, ang sabi nyo, 33 na yung positive sa COVID-19. Since na-trace na po yung mga nakasalamuhan mga pasyente, is that a possibility na tumaas pa po ang
possibility,
bilang?
Your Honor. Yes, yes. Talagang tataas po ang bilang niyan. At 104 na bansa sa buong mundo ay meron na nito at 40 to 50 na po ang may local transmission.
President Rodrigo Duterte is set to undergo testing for the new coronavirus disease after 2 of his cabinet members said that they interacted with infected individuals. Duterte's former aide, Senator Christopher Bongo, confirmed this in a statement, saying he would also get tested despite not showing symptoms of the disease. He said it was only prudent for them to get tested since at least 2 cabinet members announced that they would go on self-quarantine. He said considering that some cabinet members they engage with regularly have been exposed to individuals who were tested positive of COVID-19 and have decided to undergo self-quarantine, it is just prudent for them to take precautionary measures in compliance with the advice of our health officials. Though neither of them has shown any symptoms, he said they are only getting tested to ensure that they are both fit and healthy to perform their official duties. Earlier, the Department of Health, or DOH, barred that only those with symptoms of COVID-19 and those in close contact with infected individuals will be prioritized in being given medical attention. Close contacts include persons with a travel history in the last 14 days to countries with a local transmission, or those who have a history of exposure to patients who tested positive for COVID-19, such as those who provided direct care for a COVID-19 patient, or those working together, staying in the same close environment, traveling together, or living in the same household with a COVID-19 patient within the 14-day incubation period. In separate statements, Finance Secretary Sanio Dominguez and Transport Secretary Arthur Tugade announced that they would go on self-quarantine after interacting with an individual who tested positive for COVID-19. It remains unclear if they were exposed to the same individual. Presidential Security Group Commander Jesus Durante III said Malacanang Palace would be closed down for disinfection, particularly areas frequented by Duterte. Duterte's scheduled visit to Boracay to promote local tourism on March 12 has been postponed due to the rise in the number of confirmed cases of the new coronavirus disease in the country, according to Panelo. He was also scheduled to visit a top tourist destination to distribute land certificates to beneficiaries there. As of Wednesday, the DOH confirmed 49 positive cases of COVID-19 in the country and its first Filipino fatality, a 67-year-old woman without any travel history or exposure to the disease. The Philippines is now under a state of public health emergency after the health department reported the first known local transmission. The COVID-19 outbreak that originated in Wuhan, China, has killed more than 4,200 people and infected over 119,000 worldwide. It is characterized by mild symptoms including a runny nose, sore throat, cough, and fever, while more severe cases can lead to pneumonia or breathing difficulties. The World Health Organization has declared the COVID-19 outbreak a pandemic, which means a worldwide spread of a new disease. In January, the WHO declared the novel coronavirus outbreak a public health emergency of international concern. The number of confirmed coronavirus cases worldwide has reached more than 121,000 as the highly contagious virus infected people in 118 countries. According to the virus dashboard of the Johns Hopkins University, the number of confirmed coronavirus disease cases has reached 121,064 as of Wednesday night, March 11. The cases kept growing even as China continues to report a drop in their cases. It has a total of 80,967 confirmed COVID-19 cases as of Wednesday night. However, the infections outside mainland China grew, with Italy topping the list with more than 10,149 confirmed infections, followed by Iran with 9,000 cases, South Korea with 7,755 cases, Spain with 2,026 cases, France with 1,784 cases, and Germany with 1,622. On Wednesday, the confirmed COVID-19 cases in the United States also reached 1,039. Total deaths due to the virus has reached 4,368, mostly in China's Hubei province, which recorded 3,046 deaths so far. Italy again is the country outside China with the most number of fatalities due to the virus. The COVID-19 deaths reported there reached 631 as of Wednesday, as cases and fatalities continued to increase amid the lockdown imposed on the whole country. Meanwhile, the number of coronavirus patients who recovered also continued to increase, hitting 66,216 as of Wednesday night. Most of them are also in China, with a reported 61,653 patients recovering from the disease since it first broke out in the country. Iran also reported that nearly 3,000 coronavirus cases had recovered. According to the JHU dashboard, Iran's reported total recoveries at 2,959, the highest outside China.
Mga kababayan, lalo na sa mga OFWs sa Middle East at North Africa, may good news kami para sa inyo. Mapapanood na ninyo ang Net25 at iba pang Filipino channels na hatid ng OSN sa presyong abot kaya. Libre ng box at installation, walang admin fees at no extra charges. Saktong entertainment na sakto lang sa budget mo. Bumisita na sa pinakamalapit na OSN store o dealer and subscribe now! Sa Net25 at OSN, siguradong at home ka dito.
Letters and Music, Lunes hanggang Biyernes, 1:00 hanggang 2:00 ng hapon.
Welcome back. Filipinos suspected of being infected with the new coronavirus disease may now get tested free of charge. Cabinet Secretary Carlo Nograles on Wednesday announced that the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation will shoulder COVID-19 testing costs as well as quarantine and isolation costs. Citing PhilHealth CEO Ricardo Morales, Nograles said the agency is now in the process of formalizing and operationalizing the new benefit. Nograles said he talked with the president of PhilHealth on the matter and he is being supported by the members of the board. All COVID-19 testing will be covered by PhilHealth for free. The PhilHealth coverage will be of great help to meet the needs of the people, especially in the testing for COVID-19. In addition, he said the government is working overtime to fast-track the deployment of testing kits in order to quickly identify and isolate those infected with COVID-19. In February, presidential spokesperson Salvador Panelo assured the public that those undergoing the 14-day quarantine period will not be spending a single centavo for hospital costs. He said the government will shoulder the costs of tests, medicines, confinement, and all hospital-related expenses for patients being treated in government hospitals and facilities. The government will extend assistance to the overseas Filipino workers affected by the ban imposed by the governments of Qatar and Kuwait on the entry of people from other countries, which include the Philippines, due to coronavirus disease 2019 outbreak. In a media interview on Wednesday, Labor Secretary Silvestre Bello III said they will provide for their transportation expenses, their meals, and little financial assistance. He said 5,000 pesos, including transportation expenses, will be given to the affected OFWs. Bello said he is hoping that the travel ban will be lifted soon to prevent negative impact on the OFWs. He added that it will have impact and he hopes it will be only temporary. The Department of Foreign Affairs on Wednesday advised all Filipino travelers to take note of the latest travel restrictions imposed by the Liberian government in response to the spread of coronavirus disease 2019 worldwide. The temporary travel restrictions apply to all Liberia-bound visitors who will be placed under various measures depending on their travel history. Those residing in countries where there are more than 200 cases will immediately be at a precautionary center for a 14-day mandatory monitoring. Meanwhile, those arriving from states with around 50 to 100 cases will be evaluated upon entry and will be placed under observation if his or her specific geographic area of origin over the past 14 days registered over 100 cases. At present, the Philippines has so far 49 confirmed cases of COVID-19. The DFA said travelers arriving from or residing in countries with less than 50 cases will be documented by the Liberian government and would be asked to do self-monitoring. Those holding Malaysia's passports or a new passport, on the other hand, will be immediately taken for a second round of screening at a designated screening center and will be placed under 14-day monitoring at the designated monitoring center should they be found to be circumventing existing Liberian travel restrictions. The DFA likewise advised the Filipino public to remain vigilant and remain accurately informed as countries impose or adjust travel restrictions.
Going live with Shelly Lazaro, Saturdays, 10 a.m. on Net 25.
Innovation, digital disruption, globalization. Startups, micro, small, and medium enterprises, as well as large corporations, all face interesting challenges in the market today. Peek into the world of exciting opportunities and partnerships to drive growth with the latest business news and information. We are open for business. Join the conversations to create a more vibrant environment for entrepreneurship. Catch Open for Business every Saturday from 5 to 6 p.m. Open for Business, from vision to action.
Hey there, Arnie Aquino here at Hatley Castle, one of the filming locations for the X-Men series. Don't forget to tune in to Digital Nest only on Net 25.
Accurate and fair reporting. Not only from Batanes to Tawi-Tawi, but also abroad. Detailed and timely stories relevant to people all over the world. Catch all of these at Net 25. Your reliable source of news, entertainment, and technology updates. Welcome back. 2 months after the emergence of the coronavirus disease 2019 in Wuhan City, China, the ASEAN health sector continues to sustain its collective response against the spread of the disease in the ASEAN region and beyond. Cambodia, as the ASEAN health ministers and ASEAN senior officials for health development's current chair, will reconvene the senior health officials of ASEAN member states through a special video conference on the 13th of March. This follow-up will further review and assess the enhanced cooperation in regional preparedness, response strategies, and countermeasures which have been activated since the sector received the initial report of pneumonia cases from China's health counterparts earlier this year. This video conference also aims to discuss critical challenges and gaps in national prevention and control, as well as the regional collective efforts that need to be addressed urgently through existing ASEAN health cooperation mechanisms for dialogue and development partners. Included in these mechanisms is the ASEAN +3 health cooperation, which has anchored its response to COVID-19 based on the relevant agreements in the joint statement of the 8th ASEAN +3 Health Ministers meeting in August 2019. This refers to their commitment to continue efforts in the implementation of the International Health Regulation and Asia-Pacific Strategy for Emerging Diseases to enhance capacities to prevent, detect, and respond to public health threats. Leveraging on the IHR and other existing health mechanisms, the ASEAN health sector, along with their counterparts from China, Japan, and Korea, have continued their commitment to share timely information and technical exchanges and updates on COVID-19 developments. The Malaysia-led ASEAN EOC network continues to lead the overall health sector information sharing and technical exchange efforts. It hosted video conferences that facilitated agreements on regional cooperation priorities and technical exchange on clinical management of COVID-19 cases, among others. And that is the latest news in the Southeast Asian nations. Stay updated about the ASEAN region. I'm Maricar Velasco and I am one with 25.
Do you know what is community? Oh, a place for you and me. They can be your parents, sisters, and brothers, neighbors, and the whole community. My community, your community. We should love our neighbors, practice love.